Hey guys, how you doing? Just wanna give you a couple tips on a pretty good supplier. Now, first time I ordered from here, I had a bunch of stuff already forever there in a shopping cart, and it's McMaster-Carr. They're a really good website. They have a lot of hardware, and the reason why I went there is they have really good stuff for carbide, the burning birds, drilling bits, a lot of cool stuff. You know, a lot of carbide stuff for very reasonable prices, because you know carbide stuff is pretty expensive pretty much everywhere, and I use this a lot. Now I buy those really cheap sets, you know, I consider it cheap because for I think 8 bits with the 1/4" shank you pay only like $50, something like that. That's actually really good price. So I actually always buy those once in a while when I reuse them, because I do use them a lot. I use that what is it, like 3/8 round ball for countersinking and everything, and also a lot of other titanium stuff, and so I do go through them. I'm on the second set in the last 2 years, but considering how much they cost, they are actually pretty good. They last a while, but they don't, you know, it doesn't come with the small stuff. So very handy, for example, is this 1/8", which actually fits to the Dremel as well. And I actually, one of the reasons why I bought another Dremel, new Dremel actually, because mine died, is so I can run 1/8" here and the big 1/4" stuff in a 4-dome, and I don't have to swap it. You know, sometimes I want the small stuff with the 1/8" shank little bits, so that's perfectly fine with the Dremel. It's handy, and for, you know, Dremels are not that expensive and definitely not big, so they're handy. So this is actually excellent for jimping, cutting in the sharpening notch, a lot of other stuff, cleaning up small holes, deburring, a lot of cool stuff. These are excellent. These are, I think, about $10, if I remember right. Yeah, 10. No, is it 10 bucks? Actually, no, $5.50. That's actually awesome, $5.50, and they are really sharp. Just to show you, I did have some fun today. Look at that, the jimping up there. I made this one. It's not sharpened yet, but I fell in love with that recurve bowie yesterday, the larger one, so much that I did the small EDC version of it with the same last piece of that F117 carbon fiber bead blast. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. It was bead blast. I just love that carbon fiber bead blast. It still looks like carbon fiber, but it has that texture to it, so it's not, you know, it's not slippery at all. It actually has a really good texture, and I love it. This one, as you see, Phillips heads hardware. Another thing I got from McMaster-Carr. Another tip, let me show you. For small fixed blades, like I've been doing, for example, these are excellent way to save money and also make your life a little easier, because often on these smaller fixed blades, you know, when you do removable handles, a lot of people ask about it. I used to for a very long time. I was using regular pivots, you know, 1/4" pivots, which are pretty expensive. You're talking almost $2 a piece. So if you have 3, or let's say 2, that's $4 in just the pivots. But many places, and McMaster-Carr is one of them, they actually sell these standoffs. It's called a round standoff. 1/4", I use 1/4". I'm not sure if they have different diameters, but I would guess so. I use 1/4", 8/32 thread, and these are from aluminum, and these are a lot more cheaper, definitely cheaper. But then you have to you know, find the screws for them, which, you know, Knife Kids has a bunch of screws to pick from. Use a knife maker, and also McMaster-Carr actually do like this a lot. I know a lot of people hate this. I remember when I used them in the past, not these exact ones, but different ones. But I personally like it. If I can have Phillips or flathead, I'll pick that over Torx any day, really. Because, you know, you can just take it apart anywhere. You don't need a special Torx bit. So I think it's definitely an advantage. Another thing, stonewash. So some of you guys, I think, asked in the past what stonewash media I actually use. You see that stonewash, you know, the tumbler. So these, the big ceramic triangles, are from Harbor Freight. I have that mix about 50-50 with these small green ceramic triangles, also from Harbor Freight. And today I got 10 pounds of these ceramic triangles. They are much more coarse, which is actually what I was looking for, to help clean up the process, help speed up the whole stonewash. So you have actually abrasive media here that will do the stone wash really faster, but then you have this finer media that will clean it up. These were about as coarse as this when you bought them, but they didn't last that long, you know, considering I didn't have this media in there for such a long time, you know. You're talking maybe altogether, even from the previous use, I didn't use the tumbler much, maybe a couple weeks, couple months of use, because I didn't really use it before. So they didn't last to be coarse for a very long time. But these look like they will last, you know, they will stay coarse for a lot longer, because they look like they will actually be kind of like losing the layers and, you know, staying kind of sharp. These are excellent. This was, let me tell you what it was called. This was ceramic media coarse triangular 22 degree, 3/8 of an inch. So that was excellent. This is never cheap, even in Harbor Freight. You're gonna pay, I think, 20 bucks for 5 pounds. Yeah, I think 20 bucks for 5 pounds of this, 20 bucks for 5 pounds of that. So this was almost $30 for 10. I think there was 10 pounds. Yeah. So not cheap, but you know, it's good. I do love that stone wash. Look at it. That's actually now with the new one. Look at that. I think that is a really nice stone wash. So that is that mix right now. There's about 7 pounds of this, 7 pounds of this, 7 pounds of this, 10 pounds of that. So almost like 30, 30, 30. You know, between these three. Really like it. Also, another cool thing for knife makers, this I actually learned from Tough Thumbs, are the small little carbide beads. They have these for, I think, $10 each. These are very expensive actually for how small they are, how tiny this little tiny drill bit is. But it's actually for the D10 balls. On the folder, when you're doing the D10 ball, so if you, I cannot close this one now. So if you close it, you can actually, in the closed position, drill where you want your D10 ball, drill through the frame lock, and you just keep going, and you actually drill, because this is a carbide bit. You have to be careful, it has to be fixed, not moving at all. But you can actually drill all the way through, and at the same time of drilling the hole for the D10, you will actually drill a hole, tiny little niblet, into the actual steel, even if it's hardened. So that makes doing the whole D10 ball and everything really nice and simple, and I would say easy, really. Even I can do it. And I only did how many folders? Very few. Great tip from Tough Thumbs. I don't know who he learned that from, but it's excellent idea. So I actually use, what is it, the number 54 drill bit for the 1/16 D10 balls, and it works perfect. And I think that's all. Oh, and check this out. One more thing, I actually left my old magnet back in New York. It went to the garbage, it was really rusty and nasty. And they had this, I think for $10, really cool magnet, you know, surface magnet. I think they call it Retrieval Magnet or magnetic handle, this. And this is really strong, and I do like that handle. So imagine, you know, often, let me just show you something. What I do is, for example, when I grind a large knife, you know, I just grab something I had here. So when I do the large knife, I actually stick this by the front, I hold it by the handle, so I have really good control on the whole length between the whole knife, so I can really, you know, grind the knife nice and easy with that, you know, with just really comfortable handle. Before I was doing it by holding the, you know, just a square magnet. This handle actually gonna make it really cool to grind. So nice, I really like it. It actually came with the covers, so when you're not using it, you can just slide those covers in, so it's not gonna like collect everything and, you know, get in the way. So that's pretty neat. So guys, they have really cool stuff, you know, everything from tools to little screws. They have everything. So definitely check them out if you're looking for something. I know a lot of you guys will be interested in these. These are excellent. I loved one of the main reasons, actually, even forget about the cost, but the main headaches with the pivots for the fixed blades are when you need to shorten them, you know, because when you buy from, let's say, you know, Alpha Knife Supply or knife kits, they're half-inch long. Now, a lot of my handles, especially these nice slim EDCs, they are not even close to half-inch wide at the handle. You know, they are 3/8 of an inch wide, and you have to count for the screws and the countersinking, and there is a little gap there, you know, like from the head of the screw till the actual disc. So you have to do a lot of shortening. Imagine for this one, I still had to shorten even this little guy. I think this is 3/8. I think these were 3/8. 5/16. These are 5/16. So imagine for this knife, I still had to shorten even this. Now aluminum is a lot easier to work with than stainless steel, and those are actually harder than stainless steel. But at the same time, for the small knives, for the small fixed blade, there's no reason you would ever need. If you ever try to take apart one of my knives that I did, you will see how much I crank on the screws. Really super strong. And I never ever strip the screw, actually. Never strip the thread. Even if you catch only 2-3 threads, when you're talking about having a really short standoffs, these pivots, it's still very strong, so you can actually really crank on the screw and still hold solid. So definitely not like, you know, not like, I don't know, cutting the cords down on purpose on the expense of, you know, quality or strength. It's just making life easier, using common sense and testing it, seeing that it's plenty strong. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you found it helpful, you know, some of the tips, especially you guys that, you know, like tinkling and doing this stuff, are into making knives and shit. So hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.